Hey, how's it going guys? Blue Tempest here, and welcome to my reading log for the month of June 2021. So I do apologize that this reading log is a little late as we're already in July, but in this video I will be talking about all of the manga that I read in the month of June. And stick around till the end of the video so you can find out what my manga of the month was for the month of June. And without further ado, let's get into it. So to start off, I do want to talk about some manga that I read that I actually don't have with me physically right now. The first of which being Komi Can't Communicate Volumes 1, 2, and 3. I did make a 3-volume rule video on Komi Can't Communicate, so if you have not watched that video, definitely check it out. I do go into a pretty deep discussion about my thoughts and feelings on Komi Can't Communicate, and I did have my girlfriend on that video, and we both kind of shared our opinions on that series. So I don't really want to spoil my thoughts on the series as a whole for you guys if you haven't watched the video, so definitely check that video out. And then the other volume of manga that I don't have physically with me is Rent a Girlfriend Volume 6. I'm just letting my girlfriend borrow Rent a Girlfriend for her to read right now, so I don't have the volume with me physically. But to get into my thoughts on it, I'm still enjoying the series. I think there's a lot of spicy stuff happening, and yeah, just with every volume, it's just entertaining. Maybe it's a little bit of a trashy series. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best thing ever, but I do enjoy it. So with Rent a Girlfriend volumes coming out pretty regularly, it's pretty much gonna be a staple in all of these reading logs. So you guys will get an update on my feelings as I read that series. But as for now, I'm still really enjoying it. So to get into some manga that I actually do have with me physically, let's talk about Berserk Deluxe Editions Volumes 1 and 2. So Berserk is actually another series that I did make a video for with my 3-volume rule video of Berserk. So definitely check that out so you guys can know my thoughts on the first 3 volumes. But for those of you who want an update on my thoughts on Berserk as I'm reading it, because I did read the second deluxe edition, I am loving every second of it. The deluxe edition gets into the Golden Age arc, which if you guys don't know, is considered one of the greatest manga arcs of all time by many people. So I was super excited to get into it, and I am not disappointed at all so far. This deluxe edition 2 contains volumes 4 through 6 of the series, and like I said, it does have the start of the Golden Age arc, which delves deeper into the backstory of Guts, our main character, and we meet some other really interesting characters such as Griffith and Casca, who are iconic characters for the series. And I'm really enjoying the interactions that they have with Guts and seeing the whole story play out. I can definitely tell that there was a lot of thought and care put into this story, so I am extremely excited to keep reading it. Alright, so next up we have a series that is kind of becoming a staple for my channel, and that is Blood on the Tracks Volumes 5 and 6. This series is written by Shuzo Oshimi, which if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you guys know that I have been praising this mangaka's works. The Flowers of Evil was actually my manga of the month for the month of May, so getting into some more volumes of Blood on the Tracks, man, this is getting so crazy. There's a lot of plot twists happening that I did not see coming. And like with a lot of Shuzo Oshimi's works, yeah, I really can't tell where this story is gonna go from here. It's gonna be a really grueling wait for the next volume. But yeah, if you guys don't know anything about Blood on the Tracks, it is a psychological thriller, horror manga. And I've said this in some of my other videos, but I really think Blood on the Tracks is best enjoyed going into it blind and not having knowing anything. So all I'm gonna say, if you guys like horror and psychological thrillers and just really messed up scenarios, then yeah, this manga is definitely for you. So I would recommend giving it a shot, because Blood on the Tracks is easily not only one of my favorite ongoing series right now, but it is also the most unsettling thing that I have ever read. Alright, and staying on the topic of Shuzo Oshimi, I do want to talk about one of his one-shots that recently came out, and that is Shino Can't Say Her Name. So I did talk about this a little bit with my girlfriend on the 3-volume rule video for Komi Can't Communicate, as this is also a series about someone with a communication disorder, and I actually think that this series represents someone with a communication disorder a little bit better than Komi Can't Communicate, although this is a completely different type of story, as I want to call this a slice of life drama. It is a little bit more serious, but there are some lighthearted moments. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one-shot. It probably is my least favorite work of Shuzo Oshimi's that I've read, but that's kind of not fair since it is a one-shot. And the only reason why I would say that this is my least favorite is because I feel like there could have been a little bit more time to flesh out some of the characters. So yeah, I kind of just wanted a little bit more from this, but I do think it does tell a really good story, and it is pretty self-contained, and it does have a decent ending to it. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a good one-shot, I highly recommend Shino Can't Say Her Name. All right, and next up we have Volume 1 of My DressUp Darling. As you guys know, I got this in my recent manga haul, and so far I have only read Volume 1, but I really enjoyed it. This is yet another rom-com series. If you guys are fans of my channel, then you guys know that I have been vibing with a lot of rom-coms lately. And I have to say, just from this first volume, I can see this actually being one of my favorites in that genre, because it is just a really nice and wholesome read. It does have a little bit of fan service, but it actually is more of a wholesome series than I thought it would be, and it doesn't actually rely on anything crazy with drama or with fan service or anything. It kind of just is a really fun read. And what this series is about, it follows our main character Wakana Gojo, and he comes from a family who makes Hina dolls. And while I don't really know too much about Hina dolls, from what I can tell from reading this manga, it is a very detailed and specific way of making dolls. And while our main character Gojo is kind of a social outcast, as he doesn't really have any friends, he really does love making Hina dolls, and he prides himself on making them, but he actually doesn't want anyone outside of his family to know that he loves Hina dolls, because in his childhood and in the past, he had been bullied and made fun of for liking them. So we get into a situation where Gojo meets our main girl, Marin, and she is a super popular and outgoing girl in his class. So when they meet, they get into a situation where she finds out that Gojo has the ability to use a sewing machine. And when that happens, she reveals that she is desperately trying to become a cosplayer, but she has no idea how to make that happen. So they kind of form a little bit of a friendship, and Gojo actually starts helping her make her cosplays. What I like about this series is that it seems like the mangaka really did their research and put a lot of love and care to this story. Some of the locations that they go to in this volume to buy the supplies for the cosplay are actually genuine locations in Japan, and even in the back of the volume, in the author's notes, it does mention that the author did actually interview some cosplayers to get a better understanding when writing this manga. So not only is there a lot of love and care put into this manga, I really do like the sentiment that is portrayed in this first volume, because Marin actually motivates our main character Gojo and doesn't judge him for liking Hina dolls. And when he finds out that she loves video games that are supposedly only for men, then he finally starts to realize that there isn't actually anything wrong with him liking Hina dolls, just because it's perceived to be something that's only for girls. But yeah, I did really love this first volume. The art is also really good, and yeah, I can't wait to start reading this more. I do have the next 2 volumes and the 4th one on the way. So yeah, that's My DressUp Darling. Alright, so to end off this video, we are going to be talking about my manga of the month for the month of June, and that is Chainsaw Man. So if you guys did watch my last reading log, where I did talk about reading volume 5 of Chainsaw Man. I did mention that I didn't know if I was going to be able to wait for the next volume to come out, and yeah, I couldn't wait. So I read the entire series on the Shonen Jump app, and yeah, this series is easily gonna end up in my top 10 manga of all time. It is a really hyped series right now, and the first trailer for the anime just came out, which looks amazing, by the way. But honestly, I feel like this series really does deserve all of the praise that it gets. While I don't think that this series is perfect, there are so many things that I absolutely loved about Chainsaw Man. I think that all of the characters are amazing, from our main character Denji to a lot of the side characters, which honestly are my favorite part of Chainsaw Man, like Aki, Power, and Makima, as well as some of the other characters, because there are so many great characters in the series. But also the storyline of Chainsaw Man, as well as the action and all of the artwork, are absolutely incredible. Even though that this is actually part 1 of Chainsaw Man, as the second part of this series hasn't started yet, I do feel like the ending of part 1 was a really satisfying way to end it, and I can't wait to see what happens next. To give a little bit more info on the series, if you guys don't know about it, it is about our main character Denji, who gains the ability to turn into Chainsaw Man, and he joins a special task force where he teams up with Aki and Power, and they basically go around fighting different devils. And another amazing thing about this series is all of the devil designs and just the different concepts for them are amazing. And while I did read volumes 1 through 5 physically, from the point of where volumes 6 through 11 will be, that part of the story is absolutely insane. So if you guys are interested in reading Chainsaw Man, definitely check it out on the Shonen Jump app. Honestly, you'll probably be able to read the entire thing in like 24 hours or 2 days if you really tried, because it is a really fast-paced read and you're not going to want to put it down from all of the crazy things that happen in it. So yeah, Chainsaw Man is my manga of the month. Alright, and with that, that does it for my manga reading log for the month of June 2021. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys got some recommendations, and make sure to let me know in the comments if you guys have read any of the series that I did talk about, and let me know what you guys read in the month of June. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please consider hitting that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a brand new video. All of my social media links are down in the description for TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.